Guys played a really good game, 40 minutes. One of the best games we've had all season as far as how we executed, I thought, on both ends of the floor. And you give, ECU a lot of credit as well. I mean, I've watched them, battle their ups and downs this season with regards to COVID, same thing we were doing. And, give them a lot of credit. I thought they came out, they were competing. They were playing their best basketball before COVID hit them about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And they're starting to bounce back. But we're just happy that we're able to move forward and excited about another opportunity to play tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open up to questions now. Just again, use the raise hand feature in Zoom, or you can just drop me a note in the chat and we'll get you in the queue. And we'll start with Brian Murphy, please.
Coach, how pleased with you with your team's ability to really maintain your lead basically throughout the game? Once you got that early lead after the 10-0 run at the start, you guys, were never up by less than 4. What did you feel about the ability to maintain it?
You see growth. That's the maturity we're looking for in our team. We like to, use the term killer instinct. When you get a team down, how do you keep them down? And so we've been working on that throughout this season. And it was good to see it kind of come together today where we were able to get a lead and maintain it. And it's something that, like I said, you got to grow into as a program. Each player has to run his race and get better in that area. And I think you saw that progress with some of our younger players that were in late game situations maintaining that lead.
Go next to Trace Trilko, please.
Coach, your defense in the first half, you were pretty effective with Jaden Gardner. Talk about that, how you were able to keep him contained in the first half.
It's like I always said about him. I have a lot of respect for his game. He's going to be a 2,000-plus scorer, in the AAC, which is a heck of an accomplishment. And so you just want to try to contain him. He's going to find opportunities. He's going to receive the ball enough, and he's an elite scorer. So we just wanted to make sure we made it difficult for him to catch the ball as much as we could. We wanted to try to crowd him when we could so that, we could try to take up the space on the floor. But like I said, he still finds ways to score, which is amazing. But I thought our guys did a great job on him. I thought they really, followed the game plan and were alert to what he was doing. And I think we were able to contain him enough to get the win.
Take the next one from Jonathan Alfano, please.
But you guys really locked down ECU from beyond the arc, holding them to just 19%. Was that something you really emphasized this week during practice?
No, we did. We thought it would be important to try to take the 3 ball away from them. White can shoot the 3 ball, and Newton's capable. JJ can make shots out there, Suggs. So we really wanted to make sure we, honored those guys and had a healthy respect for where they were on the perimeter, trying to chase them off the threes, trying to make them do other things with the basketball. And I thought our guys were fairly alert most of the night. And so that's something that we definitely emphasized.
Take the next one from Brandon Hellwig, please.
Coach, CJ Walker made his return tonight after missing the previous couple of games with an ankle. First of all, how good was it to have him back? And he only played 11 minutes, so you're just trying to ease him back into action?
Well, I think foul trouble hurt him there. I think he had 4 fouls. I would have played him more, but just kidding. But no, he is great to have him back. He's an integral piece of what we do, and we're excited to have him back on the floor. His versatility really helps us in a lot of areas defensively as well as offensively. So just good to have him back, good to have him healthy.
Okay, we'll take another from Brian Murphy, please.
Coach, we all know Brandon Mahan's a great 3-point shooter, 43% this season. But when he makes those threes like he did tonight from like 27 feet out, what do you think? Because like the TV show Vince Taylor shaking his head, I have to imagine you have the same reaction.
Well, I've seen him do it. I'm always fine with what I see guys do in practice, and he's done that in practice. So for me, I'm pretty easy. You do what you do in practice, and he makes those shots, in practice, enough where you can allow him to take a few of them. The thing I like about him, he does a great job of making timely shots, timely threes, momentum busters, and he's done that this entire season. I was happy to see him do it again tonight for us because, as you mentioned, he's coming off of missing the game as well. And so to see him get back in rhythm today was very important for us.
Go to Eric Lopez now, please.
Coach, how did it feel for you to be back on the court in a conference tournament settings after obviously last year game, getting canceled when you were getting prepared to play, back on the court here 2 years? What did it mean for you and the players to be back on the court playing a postseason game?
Man, we were really excited. I mean, you remember last year we were in the locker room just like today, and we were about to go out and play the game, and they canceled the tournament. and they canceled our season. So it was heartbreaking, especially for our seniors, upperclassmen that didn't have a do-over. That was probably one of the low points of my coaching career, having to look at those guys in the faces. And just it was tough to have to talk with those guys about their season ending that way. So this year, to come back a year later, basically almost exactly, and come back and play, it meant a lot. I think it meant a lot for those guys in the locker room, not taking it for granted, understanding how this thing can be taken easy like it was. So just a really good feel. I think I felt really good about it, and I think our players did as well.
Run through a couple more here. Jonathan Alfano again, please.
How does it feel to get another shot at Memphis tomorrow night, knowing the previous games went the way they did?
We're just excited to still be playing. Memphis is just our next opponent. We're excited to have an opportunity to get out there and compete. I mean, right now it's, everybody starts back 0-0. It's a brand new season. So we're looking forward to playing. Of course, we didn't play as well as we think we could have played there, but you give them a lot of credit for that. They did a good job defensively and offensively as well. So we have to be better. And we understand that, and we have an opportunity to keep playing tomorrow, and we're excited about it.
Take a follow-up from Trace Trilko, please.
Coach Avery Diggs has really made the best use of his minutes down the stretch. Comes up with 12 tonight. Talk about the contribution he's making.
You know what? He's been terrific for us. Even when he wasn't playing, he was practicing, and he kept working. And then when he got his opportunities, he made the most out of it. So I'm really proud of him and what he's capable of doing. I think his best basketball is still ahead of him, even this season, if we keep going forward, because he does a great job offensively for us, especially anchoring our offense. We can play through him at times. He understands our system. So, with that experience, he becomes very valuable, and I'm just really proud of him for being ready for his opportunity, and he's definitely making the most out of it.
Okay, we'll wrap it up with Brandon Hellwig and then Brian Murphy. We'll start with Brandon, please.
Coach, what are your impressions of facing Memphis tomorrow? Obviously, it's been a few weeks since you played. I know they're coming off, and they had a tough setback at Houston the other day. Just what's kind of your impressions, and what do you expect of Memphis tomorrow night as a team-wise?
A talented basketball team, going to come out and play with a lot of energy, come out pressing. They press for almost 40 minutes. They're very active. They're long defensively. We have to make sure that we, play with poise. We have to be poised out there on the floor. We need to execute our press breaks well. And we need to make sure we're putting the ball in our guys' hands where they can operate. And so that's kind of what, offhand, I hadn't had a chance to watch a lot of them because we've been scouting East Carolina. But from what I recall, that's who they've been, and I don't see why they would change.
Okay, and then last one from Brian Murphy, please.
And Coach, you talked about Avery, but also having Jamil Reynolds provide some points and good minutes there as well. How important are those two, especially against a bigger team like Memphis, especially going up against a guy like Musa Cisse?
No, absolutely. It's very important to have some depth at that center position because, of course, Cisse is one of the best bigs in our conference. He's a elite player, and so we need to make sure that we have guys that we can throw in the game and feel confident that they can compete. And I think both of our players are in that position. They both are playing well, and so that gives us some depth there, which we'll need.
Coach Dawkins, thank you. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
All right, guys.